It arrived in bubble wrap. No tag, no name. Just eyes that never blink, and a voice that only speaks at night. My name's the Tales Keeper, and tonight's bedtime horror is stitched together from cursed fluff and forgotten factory lines. These aren't just plushies. These are the bootlegs no one admits to making. And if you've ordered one off Shopee or Temu lately, you may already be part of the next story. I bought the plush because it looked like a limited edition release. Something between a chibi cat and a gremlin. The seller said it was slightly used, but it came with no box, no tags. Just the doll, stuffed into a bubble mailer, already covered in lint and smelling faintly of copper. I brushed it off, chalking it up to poor packaging. But the first thing that unsettled me was its eyes. They weren't stitched like most plushies. They looked like two black beads that had been melted slightly, warped, asymmetrical. One looked off to the side, the other looked straight at me. That night, I tossed the plush onto the shelf above my bed. Around 2 a.m., I woke up with a weird feeling in my chest, like something heavy had been pressing down on me in my sleep. I sat up and saw the plush at the foot of my bed. I remember staring at it for a solid minute, trying to convince myself I must have moved it in my sleep. The next night, it was beside my pillow. By the third night, it was in my arms. I live alone. I checked the hallway cam I had for my cat. The plush had moved on its own. The footage was grainy, but you could see it. Jerky, unnatural. It climbed down from the shelf like it had joints, like it knew how. That night, I zipped it in a plastic storage bag and shoved it into a closet. The scratching began the moment I turned off the light. Slow, deliberate, not random clawing. It sounded like tapping, like it was trying to get my attention. The next morning, I opened the closet. The bag was torn open, and right next to my pillow was the plush, arms open in a strange, welcoming gesture. On my pillow was a sticky note that hadn't been there before. It read in slanted, red marker, "Thanks for letting me in." I threw it out, burned it. I even moved apartments. But a week later, I came home to find it sitting on my new bed. No note, no explanation, just that same melted eye watching me. And this time it was smiling wider. It started as a joke between me and my younger brother. We were browsing Temu and Shopee for dumb gag gifts when I saw it. A weird little bootleg plush titled Friendly Smile Bear V2. The image looked off. Its body was bear-shaped, but its face, it didn't have one or two. Just two faint black dots and an overly wide-stitched mouth that curved up on both ends like a crescent. "Looks cursed," my brother said. So of course I ordered it. When it arrived, the first thing I noticed was that the plush was ice cold, like it had just come out of a freezer. The packaging was generic, no logo, just a clear plastic wrap sealed with black tape. No tags, no label, not even a return address. That night, I placed it on my bookshelf and forgot about it until I got a call from my brother at 3 in the morning. "Dude," he said, panicked. "Why did you send me that video?" "What video?" He sent it to me. It was a 5-second clip, filmed from my hallway. My bedroom door slightly cracked open. In the video, the plush sat in the middle of the hallway floor and blinked, a slow, fleshy blink, as if stitched eyelids had just formed and unzipped themselves. The timestamp showed it was filmed at 2:59 a.m. I hadn't filmed it. I had no cameras inside the house. Not even my phone could explain it. There was no trace of the file ever being on my device. The next night I stayed up. I watched the plush for hours. Nothing. At 2:57 a.m. I blinked. When I opened my eyes again, the plush was gone. My breath caught in my throat. I scanned the room, heart racing. Then I saw it. Not in the mirror, but in its reflection. In the mirrored closet door, the plush sat on my shoulder, unmoving. But when I turned around, nothing there. I recorded the mirror, replayed it over and over. Each time it was closer, inch by inch, frame by frame. Eventually it stopped showing up at all, until one night I went to sleep with my phone recording beside me. The last frame, the plush, on my chest, its stitched mouth slowly unzipping, and a single blinking eye opening just above the thread. I've never watched the full video again, but I still have the plush. I've tried to burn it, bury it, smash it. It always returns to my bed by 3 a.m., and every night since, I feel it blink, just once, right behind my eyelids. I ordered the plush as a joke. It was called Happy Pocket Friend on Shopee, and it looked like a cheap mashup of Sanrio and Five Nights at Freddy's. Way too many teeth for something claiming to be huggable. But for $5 and free shipping, I figured why not. It came 2 weeks early. No box. Just a loose package in my mailbox, already torn open at one end. The doll was in it though. Stuffed into the bag, head tilted sideways. Its body was a mismatched patchwork of fabric textures like someone had sewn it from leftover scraps. One ear was longer than the other, its mouth stitched shut but bulging slightly beneath the thread. I set it on my desk and forgot about it. I didn't even notice until later that night that my Alexa kept activating without the wake word. "Sorry, I didn't get that," it would say. I unplugged it, but the voice didn't stop. At 3:22 a.m., I was brushing my teeth when I heard someone say from my room, "What do you want me to do?" I froze. The voice was mine. Not like mine. Not close. It was mine. My cadence, my tone, my little pauses. It was like listening to a recording of myself asking a question I had no memory of ever saying. I ran back into my room. Nothing there except the plush, now sitting on my keyboard. I checked my computer. The mic light was on. My voice assistant had been triggered. No prompts recorded, no logs saved. I deleted the app, shut everything down. Next day at work, my friend messaged me. "Hey, weird question. Did you just voice message me?" I checked. A voice note from my account had been sent at 3:17 a.m. It said, "I'm awake now." That night I threw the plush in the dumpster behind my building. It came back the next morning, sitting on my pillow, facing the closet. I smashed it, cut it open. Inside was a tiny speaker and a SIM card. When I played the audio files on my PC, it was full of my own voice. Sleepy murmurs, mumbled dreams. One file just looped a phrase over and over. "Tell me what you want me to do." That night I dreamed of walking in my hallway, holding a knife. I woke up with mud on my feet, and the plush sitting by the door, knife in its lap. It was supposed to be a gift. My girlfriend loves collecting weird plushies, especially bootlegs. She thinks they're hilarious. So when I saw this deformed-looking My Pet Ghost Cat plush on Temu, I knew she'd love it. Except, when it arrived, I felt weird touching it. The plastic wrap was half melted, like it had been too close to heat. The doll inside had matted hair, actual strands, not synthetic fluff. Long, black, tangled hair poking out from its head and stitched into the back like a mane. At first I thought, okay, edgy design. but something was off about the texture. I pulled a strand loose. It was brittle, rooted, human. I gave it to my girlfriend anyway. She thought it was creepy but laughed. That night, she set it on a shelf by her vanity. By 2 a.m., I was wide awake. The bedroom reeked of something burnt, but not fire. Scalp, like burnt hair. That horrible, unmistakable stench. Then I heard it, a whisper, from the vanity. Just 2 words, barely audible. Brush me. I sat up. The doll was no longer on the shelf. It was on the floor, right next to her hairbrush. I woke my girlfriend. She thought I was dreaming, but agreed to throw it out the next morning. We sealed it in a bag and dumped it in the community trash chute. But when we got home that night, there it was, sitting on the vanity again. Only now, it looked slightly different. Its hair had been brushed, perfectly parted down the middle, clean, even shiny. My girlfriend swore she didn't touch it, but that night she had a dream. A woman with her same face but empty eyes was brushing her own hair in the mirror, over and over, whispering, "You can be me now." She woke up screaming. The brush was on the floor, and the doll was in bed with her. Its hair was wrapped around her wrist like a leash. That was 2 months ago. We burned it. We moved apartments. But last week, she found a single strand of hair on her vanity mirror, perfectly parted. I ordered a bundle of discounted plushies from Temu for my niece's birthday, 5 dolls total, all from different off-brand lines. When the box arrived, everything seemed normal at first. Each plush was sealed in clear packaging, brand logos printed in weird fonts, but nothing too unusual for bootleg merch, except there was a 6th doll at the bottom of the box. No packaging, no tags, just there. It was small, pale beige, round head, 2 beady black eyes that were ever so slightly too close together. And stitched across its belly in red thread were the words, "I wasn't ordered." I thought maybe it was a factory error, a freebie maybe. But the longer I looked at it, the more I felt like it was watching me. Not like a toy, like a pet. Or worse, something waiting. I tried to leave it out of the gift pile, hid it in the closet. Next morning, it was sitting on the kitchen counter, not fallen, placed perfectly upright. Later that night, my phone lit up with a notification. "Don't forget me." No app, just a black screen. That message. Then it disappeared. The next few days, things escalated. My other plushies ripped open, stuffing everywhere. But the mystery plush stayed pristine. Then I started finding photos in my phone gallery, grainy, taken from low angles, at night, from the foot of my bed, all time-stamped at 3:33 a.m. In every one of them, the plush was closer, closer, closer. In the final image, it was right on my chest. My eyes were shut. I don't remember taking it. I threw it in a river, deleted the photos, smashed the phone. I haven't seen it since, but every so often, when I'm lying in bed, I feel a tiny weight press against my chest, and I hear a faint stitch-ripping voice say, "Now you're mine." They're soft, they're silent, but these plushies weren't made for comfort. They were made to find you. So the next time you see a limited stock mystery plush, ask yourself, who's sending them and who are they really for? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a horror story.